In this session, I'm going to show you how to add Google Analytics to your WordPress site. We'll begin by showing you where the code goes, and then we'll move to how to actually get the code from Google Analytics. So we'll begin by going to my dashboard. We'll then go to Appearance, and then Theme Options. And here under this left toolbar, the very top under General Settings, we'll scroll down, and here is where the Google tracking code goes.
Now this is where the Google tracking code goes. There's a second spot on WordPress where we need to put the Google tracking ID, and that place is in Google Universal Analytics, Universal Analytics. And once you get to this dialog box, you make sure your status is on, and you cut and paste the tracking ID from Google. With that said, let's go ahead and learn how to get the code from Google Analytics.
Here we are at the Google Analytics landing page. I got here simply by typing Google Analytics into my search engine. And my next step is to sign up for Google Analytics. I'm currently using a Gmail account that does not have Google Analytics attached to it, so I'm not using my work account, so we can see how to start this process from scratch. I'm going to go to the upper right-hand corner, click Sign In, and Google Analytics. It shows me these three steps, and then it says Sign Up. So I'll click the Sign Up button, and here is where we start. Under Account Name, I've put Tech Training Site Tracker. Under Website Name, I've put Extension Technology Training. The URL is next, so I'll go to my site, and to go back to visit the site itself, I'll click onto the URL up here in the location bar, right-click and choose Copy, go back into Analytics, and paste it into the website URL box. Now, HTTP is here twice, so I need to now lop it off the very beginning of my URL. Under Industry Category, I'll use the pull-down and choose Computers and Electronics. Under Time Zone, I will put Mountain Time. Under Data Sharing, this is all up to you as to whether you want to put this in there or not. Google Products and Services, Benchmarking, Tech Support, and Account Specialists. I'm going to leave all of these marked and click Get Tracking ID. I'm going to agree to the terms of service. And here's my code right here. When I click inside the box, everything is automatically highlighted. So I right-click, choose Copy. I'll then go back to my site, go back to my dashboard, go to Appearance, Theme Options. We're under General Settings, and here is where I would put my code with a right-click and a paste. My code is already here.
Now that I am done copying and pasting the Google tracking code into the Theme Options area of Appearance, I need to go back to my Analytics page and get the Google tracking ID to put in Google Universal Analytics. So I'll go back to the Analytics tab, and then to the upper left hand of the tracking code, I have the tracking ID. So I'm going to grab this number, or letters and number, right-click, choose Copy. I'm going to go to my website again. Now I'll go to Google Universal Analytics. I'll click Universal Analytics. I will turn status on and then paste in my tracking ID right here. Click Save Changes, and we're done putting in the Google Universal Analytics tracking ID.
Let's next quickly look at what you can do with Google Analytics. I'm back in my CSU account. So I'll go to Sign In, and I'll go to Google Analytics. And once you have a site in Google Analytics, this is what you'll see as a dashboard. The main toolbar here is up here in the upper left-hand corner, Home, Reporting, Customization, and Admin. So I'm going to go to Admin. I have more than one account here, so I'm going to use the pull-down and scroll down until I get to my WordPress Computer Apps Tracker. I'll click that. And then I'm going to go up to this toolbar and choose Reporting. This is for the last month, March 13th to April 12th. It's tracked by day. If I want to see a more gentle slope to these data points. I can change from day to week, and I can see a more general trend that way. I can use this pull down on the upper right to change my date range. I can use a custom date range and look at the last week, for instance. Click apply, and this will give me the daily numbers for the past week. I can also go to any sort of customized date range simply by using the calendar here. I'll click apply here, going from March 10th to April 9th, which again gives us the last month. You can kind of see from this graph when I first put my website up. Your basic stats and most important stats are right here. So since this website has been up, it's been up roughly about a month. We've had 77 sessions with 38 users for a total of 257 page views. Now these next four numbers are the most important ones because they tell you the most about your site. Number of pages per session is 3.34. Usually pages per session is around 2, so that's a good number. My average session duration is 7 minutes and 38 seconds. A good number, though that's probably high because I have videos on this site, and the videos take from 5 to 10 minutes. My bounce rate is at 55%. Bounce rate is the people who go to your site and then bounce off to another site entirely. So this tells me that 55% are going to my site and then immediately going somewhere else. This also is a pretty good number in that it usually is around 70% or so, depending, of course, on what the content of your site is. And then finally, percent of new sessions is at 37%, which is also a good number, and then it tells us that most of the people, and as I'm going over here to the pie chart, most of my visitors to the site are returning visitors, meaning they found something they liked on the site. You have some basic demographics just below those numbers. These are somewhat helpful. I'll go to a couple of these. The cities were split evenly with 19 visits on both Fort Collins and Pueblo. There are 8 people from New York and 2 people from Boston, but everyone else is from smaller towns in Colorado. Another interesting stat would be operating system, where we can see that just over 3/4 of my visitors are Windows systems. The most interesting stat you're going to want to look at is which pages on your site are getting visited, and you do that over here using this navigation pane. Right now we're in audience overview, so we're going to scroll way down to the bottom. It's a bit of a shame they're putting what I personally find to be the most important information here towards the end. We're going to go to behavior and overview. Now we start out with the same graph and the same stats that we saw on the earlier page, but here we can see a breakdown of content with just over 50% of the people coming to my home page. That is what my / is, and about 40% visiting the video tutorials page, and the rest of my pages are getting hardly any traffic at all. So the vast majority of my traffic is being driven by this video tutorials page, and this is what most people want to see.